Stay in cab for at least a few miles or the game will crash. What are we looking at? Currently sitting at 1.1. Frame rate is pretty impressive, it has to be said. Right. Open the doors. Well, I can't see. I might be over that. 53. Right. And we are 2 Whiskey 7-2. Come on. (053). It's got registered on GSMR. For those that are interested in that. And we want... Why can't I move this? I want day running. There we go. Dashdig, 23 months. Nice seeing you stream again. Close to 2 years now. Yep, thank you very much indeed, Dashdig. Someone asked earlier on, what is involved in going to 64-bit? Doesn't mean a rewrite. No, it doesn't. Essentially, and very crudely, a process starts by essentially changing an option, a drop-down box, and there's a bit more than that, but a bit, and you say, instead of building 32-bit, you say, build this at 64-bit, please. Because the 32-bit 64-bitness is how it converts the code you've written in text to the binary code the computer will understand. So by switching it to 64-bit, it then has to recompile it and produce new code that is written for 64-bit processors. So it's down to the compiler. But what actually then happens is that you'll find that your code that you've written may not work. And that's where the process of testing, debugging, and not only that, everything has to be 64-bit. If you've got any libraries, anything else, they all have to be 64-bit. So you have to go through each of the libraries, get them recompiling and working in 64-bit, then go to the game, recompile it, make it all work in 64-bit, and then you've got it. So it doesn't require rewriting anything generally, but it generally does require potentially a heck of a lot of bug fixing and debugging and so forth, because the way that, without getting into lots of technical detail, the way that you write code in a 32-bit application, you've got these things called, when you store a number, you can store them in what they call a word, which is, in 32-bit application, a word is up to a maximum of, say, 65,535. But when you recompile to it, so let's say, for example, you relied on your code that when you go to 65,535 and you say +1, it goes back to 0. If you recompile that to 64-bit, when you do that, you go from 65535 and you go +1, it'll go 65536. So all of a sudden, that aspect of your code is not working the way that it started. It was working before. Now, that's a bizarre example. I'm not sure anyone would do that. But it's that kind of thing that happens. That things that worked sensibly in one suddenly don't work when you recompile it in 64-bit. So you have to find those and fix them. Sorry, I'm done talking nonsense now. Or at least that nonsense anyway. Right, we've got a green. Have I been on the orange juice? No, but actually a drink of orange juice sounds spot on. Grab us a drink of orange juice, would you, Chris? This is the train I used to get home, except not this colour. The one I got home was one of them blue ones. Back when we lived in Forest Gate. Or near Forest Gate, anyways, Leytonstone, but used to get the train and it was come out of that platform, cross over these lines. Well, there's no 128-bit processors yet, Crucible, so... We're going to send it in the post. Nice, Chris. If you've got orange juice, you've got the ginger nuts for drinking. You've got ginger nuts at work. But no orange juice anywhere to be found. I have to fix that when I go shopping. Next station is Stratford, platform 8. Calspec, 2 more months. Just a quick question as well. You're extending Portland Terminal, Boston. Would it be wrong to upload it to Workshop? I think you'd be fine to upload it to Workshop, Calspec. You just wouldn't be able, no one would be able to download it unless they already owned the Portland Terminal. But for those that do, is 64-bit possible for FSX? Well, FSW essentially was a 64-bit FSX. I think Prepare 3D is a 64-bit FSX as well, although both were a lot more than just that. El Paris, thank you very much for the resub. 10 months, great stream as always, thank you very much, much appreciated. Thank you for the follow, Steve Williams. Yeah, V4 is 64-bit. I thought they'd been P3D been 64-bit for quite a long time, though. Three on 3 and 3 on 5. I think they probably are. It's probably more down to functional usage of them. I don't think the 315s were ever fit with third rail, for example. Wow, these wipers are hyper. Hyper wipers. As opposed to the slot for wipers and the 4-sig, yeah. Hey Jellybean, how's it going? What's plans this week for streaming? So I'm not sure what's happening tomorrow because I've got a meeting with a YouTube guy tomorrow. But then Thursday, Friday I should be streaming. Friday, I don't know if there's a Dovetail stream on Friday. I know we talked about having a Dovetail stream on Friday. Now we're potentially talking about not. I don't know. I can't remember what the decision was. So let's say Friday there's a Dovetail stream. And then hopefully next week, back to normal every day. Let's not just ram it up to full speed, shall we? Currently having problems with the next two signals ahead. Please press tab to obtain permission. Yes, I saw the new Enterprise add-on for Bridge Crew was out. Slow down. Woman, it's not slowing down enough. See you later, Emma. Is there any stuff that I've missed while I've been intermittently streaming that I should be looking at? Have I pretty much caught up with everything? Dark chocolate or Garibaldi biscuits, Katie UK? You know the answer to that is obvious, don't you? Yeah, dark chocolate with a Garibaldi either side. That tip comes free. It's time to go. Definition of a normal week is now always changing. Yeah, well, I'm hoping that normal will go back to being every day, starting next week. Bonsoir, bonjour. Nearly 2 years. Good to see you live again, Matt. Thank you very much indeed, Francois. Is there a wiper speed adjuster on this thing? Forest Gate. This is my station. I missed Moggy's audition for interpretive dance, strictly interpretive dancing. I didn't miss it so much as just didn't look. Garibaldi's are squashed fly biscuits, and they taste so good. Garibaldi's is just great. You didn't need to worry about the rest of the sentence, irascible sap. Just Garibaldi's are great, full stop. However, dunked in coffee, comma, is a great way to start another sentence. How would that sentence finish, folks? Let's have another chat. What would come after Garibaldi's are great? Dunked in coffee, comma. Closed doors. Hey, Lucas-chan. Dunked in coffee, comma, engine oil. What? I don't get it. Chocolate malted milk dunked in tea. I don't know. Malted milk, definitely. I don't know about chocolate malted milk. Then it fell off into the cup because you got distracted by chat. Yes. Chat, we have a win. This is the entire point of the stream, is to distract people so that they lose their biscuits in their tea. Oh, there's a small Scots brewery stout called Old Engine Oil. Well, there you go. Malted milks are notorious for breaking and falling into the cup. Yeah, that just makes it all the more fun, though. If there's no risk in life, then why would you bother? It's like extreme dunking. Just really doesn't sound very appropriate, but... You might have to update the route yourself. Look at Moggy there, not getting even slightly uptight about me leaving the wipers on. You go, Moggy. Growing as a person. You want extreme risk, Duncan needs biscuits, yeah, really. You much prefer the superior Jaffa to Garibaldi's. Oh yeah, no, I mean, but they're a cake. I don't even rate them on the same scale. You know, if you're going to say cake or biscuit, I'm clearly going to say cake. Right, we've got a 40 limit coming up, so I'm just going to run up to 40. Hit the flyover. How long did the rest of the cake from home wire last? I heard I got the last. Well, I brought it home, and I think the marble cake basically lasted one sitting because everybody had a slice and everybody liked it. It went down very well. And then I took the bits and bits of the other cake, the lemon drizzle one, to work a bit every day. so just about lasted a week. If I lie a little bit. No, what you do is take all the cake and leave it in the break room. No. Don't be daft. Chris! Thank you for the cheers. Good to see you back streaming. Thank you very much indeed. Much appreciated. Dex, even if you had been kicked from the stream, you'd still... no one can stop watching the stream. So that sounds like Twitch twitched on you. No one can stop you watching the stream. It would need to be an awful lot of cake to last 5 seconds, Danny. If you ever want to get rid of any cake, all you have to do is send an email out to everybody at Dovetail saying there's cake in the kitchen. I mean, seriously, as a vacuum appears in the dev studio. I'm not saying I'm not part of that vacuum, just saying, but... Yeah, well, yes, definitely. Please do pass on our thanks for that. Those 2 cakes, Ben. They were. I was really surprised actually. When you said they were homemade. The marble cake was. Well, I've had professional cakes that aren't that good. Quicker at clearing the office than a fire alarm. Oh, much quicker. I mean, seriously, if they were to say cake out in the car park, it would be far more effective. I'm going to suggest that, actually. That's a really good shout. Caramel tea cakes are caramel tea cakes? What are they? Fab Diva! Careful, Matt, you're dangerously near Essex, I know. Gav, we're going to have another MPTV meetup anytime soon. Yeah, West Somerset Railway Steam Gala at the end of September is the plan. Yeah, it's time to make sure that you couldn't turn up, Moggy. Right, good maze. Malteser buttons are okay, but you can't beat giant buttons. Cadbury's giant buttons are possibly the best candy in existence. Chocolate. Candy, sweets, whatever you want to call them. Met the man who invented Windows cells the other day. What a ledge. Tesco have huge bags for £2 at the moment. Stream ending early. Right. Run later. Why am I getting this again? I already did it on 315 fail night. Oh well, Matt, 20 evening, Matt, 20 months. Thank you very much, Run later, 20 months. You can't just eat a few sticks of matchmakers, or even worse, you can't just have one after 8. No, absolutely. It's basically the unit of measurement of matchmakers and after 8 is by the pack. Preferably by the selection of packs. Epic Sharks, thank you very much for the sub. Much appreciated. Where are we going? Chadwell Heath. 20 months U2 Drunkles. Nice. It's nice to see the 315s on GEML because, I mean, they're such an important train for the route. All the people with empty wrappers back now. I know! I know! Can I be Chief Executioner on that one, Crucible? I don't think jail is not good enough for them. Or is too good for them. Don't forget, folks, pop into our Discord. Someone can post the link up. There's a channel, a text channel, chat channel open now for everyone. You don't have to be a sub to join in the conversation. It's only one channel. The rest of the channels are sub only, but it'd be good to see you on there. And feel free to pass the link around. Right. Shots. Romford. Carol went train spotting at Romford the other weekend, and he reckoned it was incredible, the sheer volume of traffic that goes through. Right, what have we got? 1.7 miles to go. Which Team Gala is the meetup? It's the one at the end of September. It's the second one, if I remember rightly, Gav. I haven't booked my hotel yet, so I need to get that organised. I also need to drop a note to West Somerset and see if they've got a room or something that we can go and hide ourselves in. The one at the SVR was really good, actually. It was ages since I've been to the Southern Valley, and it was good to see what they have been doing. Cracking show, I tell you. So many diesels. Ah, Braunton, that's the one I cabbed, Rob. Oops. This may not end well. We might survive. Yeah, we'll survive. Hey there, ECM2. Right, gaming. When Train Simulator comes out, can your game update and then you buy TS19 to get the routes? I think that's how it's going to work, but I don't think it's been announced yet. Dex, has any console pricing been announced? Not that I'm aware of, Dex. I need to chase that up, actually. I thought that would have been pushed out by now, but no, nothing that I've seen. Shut door! Inaccurate Marksman, thank you very much for the sub, much appreciated. Dash dig, that being the ocean, yeah. There's a big old ocean between, isn't there? That's raining. Ease off on the throttle a bit. Defaults to the hyper wiper. That's slightly less hyper. Ronick, this Friday could we do Wreckfest? Possibly. Braunton will be hauling rod now highs. Advance warning drop to 50. Gidea Park. Now I think the problem with the US meet is it's very difficult because the size of the states is so big. Unless it was at something like an NMRA convention that people were already planning on or thinking about going to, then you'd have sort of two reasons to go, and it might, you know, make it justify worth spending the money to fly in or something. Try hitting refresh, Dex. How are you watching? On PlayStation or tablet or something? Safari on a Mac Mini. Well. Yeah, I got the 315 working. I had some content installed that was conflicting with it. When I deleted that, suddenly it started working. Amazingly enough. Ronick, you're going to try and be an engineer with CSX, Norfolk or BNSF? Nice. Was Lua the program that caused problems with... No, it's an input mapper conflict. I had another input mapper with the same name that had different functionality, and it was overriding the one that came with the pack. Boarding complete. Harold Wood. Oh, we're not too far from Shenfield now. Any more tutorials in the pipeline? Yeah, I need to do some more tutorials. What sort of tutorials you guys want to see? Francois says the How Many sheet is now up to date as of yesterday. Wow, thank you very much, Francois. I know you're really busy, so I really appreciate that. Randolator, you made use of the TPO setup tutorial on YouTube. Nice. Nice. Another scenario, Lua scripting tutorial, super elevation, CIFA, etc. on PlayStation 4, tunnel occlusions. Can a moderator do me a favour and just drop those into a message on a DM for me? So I've got a list there because I can't write them down at the moment. Italy would be cool, wouldn't it, Mole Junction? Thank you, Francois. Oh, Danny. Fortunately, you happen to be here. Some point this week, if we get time, or you get time, can you give me a quick rundown on overhead catenary on PS1? Because I keep getting people asking me about that, and I've got no idea how to do it. So if you can point me in the right direction, then I should be able to put a tutorial together. I love it when it does that. Danny is an expert in everything, Ed. You don't need to be specific. Danny is just an expert in everything. Moggy says, here's your tutorial for catenary, use third rail. There you go. There's Moggy's answer to it. The Depot and Heritage Centre of Diesel and Electric Preservation Group at Willerton open on all 4 days. Oh, nice. Brentford. Oh, yes, we're going to cross the M25 now. Into Brentford. You've got a better solution, don't use electric trains. I've got an even better solution. I've got the ultimate solution, yeah? It's mixed with water. Yeah, it's fantastic, isn't it, Rob? Did no one get that? Seriously? I try so hard with these puns, folks. I try so hard. Oh yeah, I don't need that wiper on, do I? No, I said I had the ultimate solution. It's mixed with water. And what is a solution? Something mixed with water. It's really straightforward. The M25! Thelonious, you laughed quietly but didn't want to encourage. I can respect that. B. Harrison, yeah, we should be at Worley, I think. The M25 down under the railway line here actually doesn't move, isn't generally a car park. Not until you get to a bit later in the day and you're heading a bit further on down the road towards the Dartford crossing. Then it starts getting a bit car parky. Start at Minehead or Bishop's Lydiard. I don't know. I'll probably depend on where we arrive. We got thrown out to an ASMR channel. Is that Amarantha? Because I've noticed she seems to be on the front page all the time doing ASMR. It's weird. I don't get it. Any chance of USA? No, I don't think I'm doing USA today. We're doing this one, then we're crossing over to Trains in World, and we're going to do West Somerset followed by Rosie Ignored. But I fancy doing some more Rate and Pass tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Thursday. Jaffa Class 309 Wivenswold, that's what it needs. I'm thinking of doing both days, Gav. I haven't really decided yet. Can I see where I used to work from here? Short answer, I haven't got a clue. Inaccurate Marksman, can you join Discord via link or do you wait for Discord to realise you sub? Yeah, both. But let me do a kick on Discord and then it should just appear. Right, I've given Discord a kick. Hopefully it will realise and you'll appear shortly. But otherwise than that, if you just join the server via the link, then next channels will appear as soon as the everything sorts out. If someone can post that link. Remember, there is the Discord access now for everybody, so... Ouch, that wasn't Discord. Yeah, I know. 60 limit, Shenfield, 1.6 miles. See you later, Chris. Where's the link for Discord? Can someone post up the link for Discord, please? Make sure you're integrated on in the integration section, Chris, and then the sub channels will appear as well. For some reason BT didn't want to put that sign on there, Chris. I did mention it to them, but I don't know. What can you say? Dr. Cows one, thank you for the follow. Bacon BMW, thank you for the cheer. Hey, we made it. Look, we're only about a minute late. Means we're reasonably well kept to time. Mold Junction, 8 month, 3 sub, thank you very much. Hey there, Eds, how you doing? I'm good, thank you, Eds. Do I have a video of me doing TSW and EC? You keep failing. I think so. I mean, I've done full runs from New Rochelle to Newark with ATS and ACSES on. Hey, Stephen Jam, how are you doing? $976. But there you go, show off there, Peach.